In this video, we are going to cover 10 ways to instantly read anyone and know what they are thinking. There are a lot of people on this planet, and most of them are strangers to you. You don't know who they are, what type of personality they possess, or what they like or hate. A completely unknown person can come to you, start a conversation, exchange some thoughts, and boom! You go from a neutral perspective about them to forming some strong opinions, like, whoa, he's amazing, or she seems arrogant, or I find his company captivating. When you meet someone, you can't tell whether to trust that person, believe what he is saying, or know whether that person is honest with you or not, because people don't come with manuals. But there are some ways you can easily predict what the other person is feeling and thinking without them telling you anything. Today, we are going to share some easy ways to judge and read any person and know what they are thinking. These are some simple signs we're going to discuss today, and if you learn to observe them, you can sense the aura of any person. So without any further ado, let's get started with our list of 10 ways to read someone instantly. But before we dive into it, remember that we make these videos for free for your entertainment, and all we ask in return is you click the like button and subscribe with the notification bell on. All set? Okay, let's go! Number 10. Eye contact. It may sound cliche, but looking into someone's eyes can really help you understand what they are feeling inside. If you find someone literally not being able to take their eyes off you, it means they have some shred of romantic interest in you. But if the other person is not able to look into your eyes while having a conversation, it means either they are shy or they are trying to hide something. Unblinking eyes and staying still and rigid while talking means something fishy is going on with the person. Just by observing the eyes of a person during eye contact can help you predict whether they are happy, sad, angry, terrified, or stressed. When you are angry or scared, you open your eyes wide. When you are stressed, you blink more frequently than usual, and your eyes constrict when you are trying to focus and concentrate on something. Just try to focus on the eye movement of the person in front of you, and you can know what's going on inside their heart and mind, because the eyes are the passage to a soul. Number 9. Posture. How a person carries himself says a lot about his attitude and personality. Confidence, shyness, and self-esteem can all be predicted from a person's posture. When a person is confident, feels good about himself, and has a bright and positive personality, he walks with his head up and body extended. But a person with low or no confidence keeps looking at the ground, and his body is slightly bent downwards, and you will find him stooping. The head, arms, and legs of a less confident person are pointed inwards. Similarly, raised shoulders, clenched fists, and strong gripping of fingers mean that the person is stressed. Hands on face indicates nervousness. Excessive fidgeting indicates impatience, and a firm handshake indicates strong will and confidence. You can see a person's body posture and know his mood and personality. It's that easy, but you must be a keen observer. Number 8. Physical movement. People don't always communicate with words. Sometimes their body language speaks and can be interpreted to know their feelings. You may have noticed that when you like someone, you tend to move closer to that person, and if you hate someone, you try to keep your distance. When a person is crossing his arms and legs, he is either angry or trying to be defensive. Crossing legs is also a sign of self-protection or need for privacy. In the same way, some people bite their lips when they are stressed. They just do it because they are trying to calm themselves during a difficult situation. What do you do when you are stressed? Do you bite your lips or pick your cuticles or fidget? Tell us in the comment section. Angry people often keep their hands on their hips, while bored and anxious people frequently tap their fingers. You just have to notice the small things a person is doing with his fingers, eyes, and legs, and you can know their inner emotional struggle. I mean, almost know it. Number 7. Eyebrows. Just like the eyes, eyebrows can tell a person's comfort level. When you are having a random and casual conversation with your friends, you would have noticed that your eyebrows are calm and you can't raise them, can you? But when someone is scared or surprised, the eyes open wide and the eyebrows rise. Raised eyebrows can also indicate that someone wants your attention. In school, when a teacher asks you a question, she expects you to answer, and to emphasize this, she often raises her eyebrows. It's a general expression for emphasis. Some people can raise one eyebrow. It means that they are being cynical, and it can be a bit wry sometimes. In confusion, eyebrows are pulled together, and in anger and frustration, the middle of the brow slopes inwards. Just like the eye movements, the eyebrows have their own body language that helps to understand a person. Number 6. Handshake. The first thing you do when you meet someone is shake hands with them. It's a social way of starting a conversation and making an introduction. The way a person shakes hands with you can tell you about his personality. A firm handshake is associated with confidence, extroversion, and powerful energy. A limp handshake shows a lack of interest and sometimes the introverted nature of a person. Have you seen politicians? When they shake hands, one person usually puts both hands on the other person. It is a sign of trust and honesty. Nervous people opt for a quick handshake. A handshake followed by the immediate breaking of eye contact tells that the other person is disinterested, and it is also taken as a sign of rudeness and awkwardness. There is also a creepy type of handshake. When a person doesn't let go of your hand, it shows their desperation. While a perfect handshake doesn't have too tight or too light a grip. It involves constant eye contact, followed by a soft gaze. Number 5. Smile. A smile does not always point accurately towards the emotions of a person. People can hide things when smiling, but there is a secret with which you can know whether the other person's smile is genuine or not. Genuine smiles reach the eyes, and they crinkle the skin and create crow's feet. You can look for the crinkles around the corners of the eyes to know whether the smile is real or not. A genuine smile is like positive feedback, and it is perceived as a friendly gesture. Confident people smile wholeheartedly, and they encourage people to interact with them. You can easily sense when a person is faking a smile by looking at their eyes simultaneously, because smiles may lie, but eyes don't. Have you ever smiled without being truly happy just because you don't want to explain what's going on with you? Tell us below. Number 4. Context of conversation. When you connect with someone for the first time, you know a lot about them by the thoughts they share and the conversation they carry. People who like to appreciate others and highlight their plus points are said to have optimistic personalities. If a person is rating others as kind, polite, friendly, and loving, there are high chances that all these traits are present in the person himself. Similarly, if a person describes others as manipulative, backstabbing, and by using negative comments, it means that person possesses the same traits himself. The way someone talks about the things they like, things they hate, their hobbies, and their passions is an important indicator of what type of person they are. Good and positive people are supportive and kind, and they talk about things on a lighter note. In comparison, people who have negative energies pass them to others by finding flaws in everything and by adopting a discouraging attitude. You just have to focus on what the other person is saying, and you can map the basic traits of the personality of the other person. Trust me, vibes don't lie. Number 3. Paralanguage. Just like what someone says is important, how someone says it is also important for reading a person. Paralanguage is just a fancy word for nonverbal communication through tone and voice. People who are interested and connected with a discussion you are having have ups and downs in their voices. Their tone changes with the context of the conversation, which shows they are completely engaged in the present situation. People who are not interested in what you tell or ask them usually have a monotone. They don't change the pace or tone of their words, which clearly tells they are bored and are not very interested in what's going on. How do you respond when you are part of a conversation you're not interested in? Just focusing on the way someone says something tells their mood and their level of involvement in the conversation. So try to concentrate on the tone as much as you focus on the words. Number 2, shoes. It is intriguing how the shoe choice of a person reflects their personality. You can accurately judge a person by his shoes. People with high incomes wear expensive shoes. Extroverts prefer to wear bright and showy shoes, while people who wear shoes that are old but have been taken care of are said to be conscientious. Nervous people tend to have new and clean shoes, while professionals like to wear practical shoes. Aggressive people prefer ankle boots, while people, especially women who have high confidence and want to show they are the boss, wear high heels. A goal-oriented person chooses to wear sporty shoes. And a lazy person, or someone trying to stay in his comfort zone, prefers flip-flops. Does the type of shoes you wear reflect your personality? Number 1, appearance. Last but not least, your overall appearance forms an image of your personality in the mind of any person before you talk to them. Most people assume that if you are attractive, you'll possess good, positive traits. According to research, taller people are said to be better leaders. In men, it is said that if they have wider faces and larger cheekbones, they are more aggressive and driven by status and power. People with happy expressions are said to be more friendly and trustworthy than those with angry expressions. People who are perceived as unreliable are often associated with being a criminal. But remember, physical appearance is not always accurate. There is so much more in a person than what is on the surface, and the more you talk to them, the better you know them and their personality. Some people are very good at reading others, and some are not. But by using these psychological cues, you can try to learn more about people without them telling you anything. You just need to be more observant and focus on them to deduce accurate conclusions about them. On what grounds do you judge a person when you meet them for the first time? Do you go for appearance, or do you focus on the tone of their voice, their expressions, or their gestures? Tell us in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the notifications of our videos. Check out the video on the screen, and we will see you next time.